We all love the look of a professionally decorated home, but there are also some tips and some tricks we can use to get that professional look in our own homes. And there is a great place to find that. Holly Dennis from Holly Dennis Interiors is here with us from some of this year's top trends. We are so glad to have you. We want to pick your brain, Holly. Okay. We want some ideas. Okay, what's the #1 trend this year?
The #1 trend that I'm seeing coming out of High Point Furniture Market from spring and fall is that the scale of furniture is being reduced. So we're not seeing any of that overstuffed furniture anymore. Furniture is getting pared down. We're seeing thin lines in the details of the furniture. So it might be, you know, a thin arm on the sofa and chair. It could be a thin structure on a lamp. It could be thin lines on a cocktail table, and which is great because, you know, so long we had these huge overstuffed pieces of furniture that didn't necessarily fit in everybody's spaces. I live in a 1956 house and all of my furniture is vintage because that's how the houses were designed then, and so it fits perfectly.
And this makes sense, especially in Sarasota, because we have so much of that mid-century
Correct.
modernism. This fits right in.
I'm very happy
Yes,
about this.
yes. But does that mean we sell our couch, or do we just replace a lamp?
Yes, of course, and call me.
I get it. I'd like to.
Trend #2.
We're seeing so much element of metallic, and then also things that have a great deal of texture to them. So like in this fabric, for instance, you can see it has a little metallic element in there.
Hold that up.
A little, has a little shimmer, a little element
cool.
of metal in there.
What would this be for?
You could use that on a pillow, you could use it on a chair. It's an upholstery fabric, so you know, the sky's the limit on how you wanted to use that. I wouldn't use it on a drapery, it might be too heavy for a drapery. This could be, however, could be used on drapery, and it has just a little bit of a tiny bit of a sparkle in there.
Yes.
And then these tiles, these are aluminum.
Those are cool.
Aluminum,
And
that's why they
it's
sparkle.
yeah, it's actual aluminum. It's brushed aluminum, and it's got these very sort of fractured shapes to them.
Yes.
Gorgeous for like a powder room.
Oh, and the way it catches the light is beautiful.
Yes, look
focal
at that
wall.
sparkle. Wow.
If you're not that daring, this is a grass cloth wall covering that has a little bit of a foil background, so you get a hint of that metallic element without being too over the top.
And wall coverings back in, we don't have to just paint anymore?
Wall coverings are back in. I think people are starting to increase their budgets for rooms such as powder rooms, and that's a room that you can really create a showstopper. You know, this textured wall covering would be gorgeous in a powder bath.
Oh, it is textured. Yes, you
or
can
on
feel
a focal
that.
wall in a master bathroom or
Right.
a master bedroom. This is a wall covering that looks like wood.
Oh, it does.
So it gives you that essence of texture without actually being a texture.
That's very cool.
and you want to
Oh, and the
feel
way
of
it
it.
fits
looks-
into a room is beautiful.
Correct, and then, you know, you could use this backsplash, you know, on a kitchen or in a bathroom or in a shower, and it has a 3D texture to it.
Oh yeah, and you can see it right there in that photo.
Yes,
That's
that's
beautiful.
that
very
does look like
sculptural.
texture, yes. And so the next one is global fusion. What does that mean?
We're seeing a lot of prints and fabrics and woven materials as well that have a hint of tribal feel to them, and almost a rustication. This fabric has a great deal of texture to it, but it has an essence of being hand woven. These look like they were handmade in a tribal village.
Oh, yeah.
These batik prints also have that global feeling.
Is that
And
wall covering or?
these are upholstery fabrics, so this would
Upholstery.
go on a pillow,
Yes.
on a sofa. So if you don't want to change your entire house, you can, you know, if you have a neutral base, you can just throw some new pillows on your sofa,
a great idea.
and automatically you're current.
And color. What color should those pillows be that we throw?
Whatever color you like, however, the color of the year, and we're getting this from the Pantone folks. Every year they meet in a European city, and they have a committee, and they pontificate over a color, and so this year they've designated ultraviolet to be the color of the year.
Which is not an easy color to work into homes.
You know, they never give us an easy color to work with. But the thing is, though, is what you can do is if you have a neutral base, like there's a gray
There's a
element
beige,
in,
a gray,
there
in
is.
here, and so if you have you know, a gray sofa or a beige sofa, you know, you can throw some ultraviolet pillows on there, and some of those fabrics are just drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
Those are
And
pretty.
It's a cool color.
And then you
That's
can add an
beautiful.
essence of, you know, in your accessories. You know, it doesn't have to look like Barney's Playroom. It can just.
You don't
be-
need a wall.
Right. It can just be a nod to the color, but it does give us a fun way to decorate over the course of the year.
Oh,
And of
nice.
course, the show house is open now.
It
the
is
show
open
house
now.
is.
It opened this past Sunday, and it's open, I think, through February 18th. And it's. I
Tell us
think-
how it works.
Yeah, every room is done by a different decorator.
Exactly. Every room is done by a different local designer, and kind of showcasing our talents. And then the charity is the Boys and Girls Club of Sarasota.
That's great.
Oh, it's a great way to get tips. I'm on my way there. Just to get off the air. This is the 23rd Jewels by the Bay, and it is through February 18th. It benefits the Boys and Girls Club, and you'll get so many great ideas. And next, we've got all that jazz.